incredible. Aubrey Boomer just aced the par 3 12, launching himself to -5 with authority, now sitting at -6 through 14. The crowd at Inverness erupts as Boomer delivers a once-in-a-lifetime shot under U.S. Open pressure. That's 3 clear of the field, and with scoring averages near +2, this is turning into a potential runner-up. Aubrey Boomer remains the story. His hole-in-one on 12 has him at -5 with 6 to play. No one else is better than -1, where Bobby Jones, Perry Adair, and Jesse Guilford are clinging. The field is stacked at even par, but no one's made a charge yet. Scoring remains brutal across Inverness Club, and Boomer's cushion gives him margin others can only dream of. Jesse Guilford, known as The Streak, is a thick-set amateur from Massachusetts, famed for his deliberate swing and calm under pressure. A former U.S. amateur champion, 1921, Guilford brings a grinding style to the Open, relying on pinpoint iron play over flashy power. Through 7 holes, he sits at -1, steady and mistake-free, quietly keeping within striking distance of Aubrey Boomer's hot pace. He's a patient stalker in brutal conditions, and he's playing like it. With a calm par at 13, Aubrey Boomer maintains his lead at -5, 4 clear of the field. Bobby Jones and Perry Adair hold steady at -1, while Jesse Guilford continues his composed march, also at -1 through 7. The pack behind is jammed at even par, with no one yet making a charge. Vardon's at +1 through 10, grinding away in the late morning sun, scoring average still hovering near +2. Boomer's ace at the 12th still holds him at -5, but now he's facing a deepening crowd at even par. Jesse Guilford steadies at -1 through 7, and Perry Adair shares that number through 3. Bobby Jones, after a bright start, slips back to even through 3. A pack of 10 players, including Twiddell, Melhorn, and Holderness, sit right behind. Vardon clings to +1, while Jock Hutchison tumbles to +2 after a rough patch. Boomer gives one back at the 14th, but still leads at -4, the only man in red through 14 holes. Jesse Guilford steadies the ship, holding second at -1 through 8. A thick logjam at even par includes Melhorn, Jones, and Holderness, all in early stages of their rounds. Perry Adair drops a shot at the 4th to fall back into the pack. Jock Hutchison struggles to gain traction, now 2 over through 3 holes. A steady surge from George Duncan and William Tweddell sees them move to -1 through early holes, joining Guilford in second, 3 behind Boomer. The leader remains at -4 through 14 after his earlier hole-in-one, but hasn't found another birdie since. A parade of players including Ayton, Kerrigan, and Melhorn sit even par, with Bobby Jones and Joe Kirkwood Sr. slipping to +1 after bogeys at the 4th. Still early for much of the field. Aubrey Boomer gives one back at the 15th, now -3, but still holds a 2-shot lead over Duncan and Tweddell. Jesse Guilford bogeys the 9th, falling back to even par. The rest of the pack remains in neutral, with many players sitting at even through early holes. The greens continue to confound and pressure is mounting. Ernest Holderness, a consistent English amateur, is quietly navigating Inverness at even par through 3 holes. Known for his calm demeanor and methodical play, Holderness has represented Great Britain in multiple international matches and was a key figure in early Walker Cup history. His steady hand and short game touch serve him well in these punishing conditions. He's not flashy, but on a day where survival is key, that may be just the formula needed to stay in the hunt. Jim Barnes is holding steady at even par through 4 holes in round 1. The lanky Cornishman, winner of the first 2 PGA championships, 1916-1919, also owns a U.S. Open title from 1921, making him one of the era's most decorated majors men. His upright swing and deliberate pace are well suited for Inverness's firm terrain and treacherous greens. Barnes isn't just playing, he's stalking. And with his pedigree, don't be surprised if he creeps closer to the lead. Aubrey Boomer's late stumble at the 16th dropped him by -3, tightening the leaderboard once more. Harry Vardon is quietly surging, now at -1 through 13, matching George Duncan, who's off to a steady start. Jesse Guilford steadied the ship with 5 straight pars to reach the clubhouse at even par. Meanwhile, Frank Walsh, William Tweddell, and Eddie Towns are part of a growing pack at +1 as conditions continue testing even the steadiest hands. Aubrey Boomer remains atop the field at -3, holding steady despite pressure from a tightening trio behind. Denny Shute and George Duncan both join Harry Vardon at -1, with Vardon now on the 14th and threatening. Jesse Guilford made par at the 10th, staying even through a gritty stretch. Ernest Holderness slipped back with a bogey at 4, now part of a 6-man logjam at +1. The course continues to demand precision and patience. Harry Vardon, pronounced Vardon, the pride of Jersey, is a six-time Open champion and the namesake of the famed Vardon grip still used by players today. Known for his elegant swing and icy demeanor, Vardon is now -1 through 14 holes and very much in contention. At 50 years old, he's showing vintage form at Inverness, navigating the firm greens and brutal rough with composed precision. A legend of golf, making a serious first-round statement. Aubrey Boomer clings to a two-shot lead at -3 as he steps onto the 18th tee. The round's been a roller coaster, highlighted by a hole-in-one on 12, but recent bogeys have narrowed the gap. Denny Shute and George Duncan sit quietly at -1, both early in their rounds, while Harry Vardon stalks just 2 back through 14. Boomer's finish could define the day, as Inverness continues to punish wayward shots and reward strategic brilliance. Ted Ray, the 1912 Open champion, is known for his booming drives and fearless play, often attacking pins with little concern for danger. At age 47, the big Englishman still brings power to Inverness, and his current score of -1 through 2 holes shows he's not just here for nostalgia. He's a 2-time U.S. Open runner-up and is respected for his sportsmanship and wit, an old guard figure capable of one more major run if the putter cooperates. George Duncan, the fiery Scot and 1920 Open champion, has slipped to +1 through 4 holes after an early stumble. Known for his fast play and sharp tongue, Duncan thrives when grinding conditions frustrate others. His game blends power and precise irons, though the putter can run hot or cold. A veteran of British international teams, George is never out of the fight, but he'll need to steady the ship quickly if he hopes to stay near the leaders. Aubrey Boomer has signed for a -3 round of 69 to complete his opening day at the U.S. Open. It's a sparkling effort at the ever-difficult Inverness Club, where firm conditions and lightning-fast greens have kept much of the field at bay. His front nine ace at the 12th, his third hole of the day, remains the highlight, but Boomer showed veteran grit down the stretch to salvage pars and hold on to solo first. Challengers are circling. Ted Ray sits at -1 through 2, with Denny Shute and Harry Varden just behind at -1 as well. Chick Evans, Leo Diegel, and others remain steady at even par, but Boomer's number is the clubhouse target. Chick Evans, the pride of Chicago golf, was a true amateur legend, winner of both the U.S. Open and U.S. Amateur in 1916, a feat unmatched at the time. Known for his smooth rhythm and impeccable putting, Evans shunned professionalism to uphold amateur ideals. He also established the Evans Scholars Foundation, granting caddy scholarships. Now in 1920, he's a steady hand, level par through 2, and still commands deep respect from crowds and fellow players alike. Joe Kirkwood Sr., the Australian sensation, sits tied atop the 1920 earnings list with $1,030 thanks to wins in the Texas and North and South Opens. A former sheep herder turned trick shot artist, Kirkwood's fluid swing and international flair have made him a crowd favorite. Now, through 10 holes at even par, he remains steady, looking to chase down Boomer in this major. His calm demeanor masks a fierce will to win. Don't count him out yet. The conditions at Inverness Club are brutal for this opening round of the US Open. Temperature, 80 degrees and sunny. Wind, calm, a small mercy. Greens, very fast, stimp 12.1. Rough, very heavy, rated 5.5. Firmness, high, 8.1 on the firmness index. Scoring average, 76.78 plus 3.11. This paints a clear picture. Birdies are precious, bogeys are everywhere. With this setup, it's no wonder only 3 men broke par in round 1. Boomer's 67 is shaping up to be a round-of-the-year contender given the course setup. Most players are just trying to keep their head above water. Aubrey Boomer posts a brilliant 67 to cap round 1 at -3, holding a 2-shot edge over a crowded chase pack. George Sargent, Walter Hagen, Gene Sarazen, and Willie McFarlane all sit at -1 through early play. Ted Ray also joins them at -1 through 5. The fast greens and brutal rough continue to punish wayward shots. Chick Evans slides to +2, while Joe Kirkwood Sr. remains steady at even through 11. Ted Ray moves to 6 holes at -1, joining a logjam of contenders 2 shots back of Aubrey Boomer, who closes his round at 67. George Sargent, Walter Hagen, Sarazen, and McFarlane all remain at -1, each steady through early holes. Mike Brady finishes an even par 74, one of the few to navigate Inverness without disaster. With fast greens and heavy rough punishing mistakes, Boomer's score may hold strong into round 2. Walter Hagen stands even par through 3 holes, steady but not yet spectacular at Inverness. The dapper showman, known as much for his flair off the course as his shot-making on it, is navigating the slick greens with poise. A birdie chance slipped past at the second, but Hagen remains unfazed. With the course average over 76, par is gaining value by the hole. He'll need a run soon to keep pace with Boomer's blistering 67. Gene Sarazen, the 18-year-old prodigy from Harrison, New York, sits at -1 through 4, unfazed by Inverness's greens. Though still searching for his first major payday, the stocky son of Italian immigrants already wields a whip-fast swing and fearless bunker game that has older pros whispering. Sarazen credits blacksmith work for his power, and he's not shy about attacking pins. If the putter stays warm, the youngster could shake up this leaderboard by sundown. Disaster for young Gene Sarazen. After a promising start at -1, he's now given 2 strokes back and sits at Storflar +1 through 5. The bold aggression that charmed the early gallery may have backfired on Inverness's punishing rough and lightning-fast greens. It's a reminder that this course is a bruiser, chewing up the brave and rewarding only the patient. Sarazen still has time, but the teen sensation now finds himself chasing, not charging. Ted Ray is quietly climbing into the conversation. Now, through 8 holes at -1 Mahajran, he joins the logjam for second place behind Aubrey Boomer. Ray, the reigning British Open champion, has long relished firm turf and windless skies, conditions tailor-made for his low, thumping drives. He's been steady so far, navigating Inverness's treacherous greens without incident. At 45, he's the elder statesman in contention, and his experience could prove vital as others falter under the heat and grind of this 4-round championship. Willie McFarland, the 1925 U.S. Open champion, is making another strong major statement, currently -1 through 7 holes. Known for his smooth tempo and surgical approach play, McFarland is one of the most consistent tacticians in the field. At Inverness today, he's showing that his precision can stand up to the firm fairways and slick greens. A player comfortable grinding through tough conditions, he's inching closer to clubhouse leader Aubrey Boomer as this demanding first round presses on. Ted Ray has slipped from -1 to even par after 10 holes, giving up a shot on the backstretch of this tough Inverness track. Known for his power off the tee and rugged demeanor, Ray remains in the mix, but he'll need a clean finish to stay near the leaders. Aubrey Boomer's clubhouse mark of 67, 9-3 looms large as the rest of the field tries to navigate the slick 12.1-foot greens and heavy rough. Francis Ouimet, the 1913 U.S. Open champion and pioneer of American amateur golf, is sitting at +1 through 6 holes here at Inverness. He's surrendered a stroke early, likely a product of the punishing rough and the lightning-fast greens running at 12.1. Still, Ouimet is known for his composure and methodical game, qualities that could serve him well across this grueling 4-round test. He trails Boomer by 4, but remains well within striking distance as round 1 unfolds. Aubrey Boomer remains the clubhouse leader at -3, having navigated Inverness's brutal greens and firm fairways with precision. He's finished for the day, but eyes will be on Tommy Armour, Harry Cooper, and Willie McFarlane, all at -1 and still playing. McFarlane has just made the turn at 9, showing signs he might mount a charge. Meanwhile, Francis Ouimet, now through 6, remains at +1, needing a few birdies to stay within reach. This is shaping up to be a fierce opening round. Ted Ray is making a quiet move up the board. He's now -1 through 11, tied for second, with 4 others chasing clubhouse leader Aubrey Boomer at -3. Willie McFarlane is on 9, still with time to make a run. George Sargent has dropped back to even after an early red number. Meanwhile, Francis Ouimet remains at +1 through 6, his putter yet to heat up on these treacherous 12-foot greens. Conditions remain tough but fair under sunny skies in Toledo. Tommy Armour, known as the Silver Scot, is off to a solid start here at Inverness, sitting at -1 through 4 holes in the opening round. A precise iron player with a steely temperament, Armour is navigating the firm 8.1 rated conditions and 12.1 lightning-fast greens with calm control. With the heavy rough punishing missed fairways, his accuracy will be vital over the remaining stretch. Armour's early momentum places him firmly in the chase behind Boomer, and history suggests he's one to watch in majors. Aubrey Boomer's 3-under finish continues to set the benchmark after round 1 at Inverness, but it's Ted Ray making headlines late in the day. Now alone in second at -1 through 13 holes, the Englishman is charging with vintage form. Pat Doyle, steady at even par through 3, shares third with Tommy Armour and Al Espinosa. Mike Brady posts a gritty even par 18, while McFarlane cools slightly. Meanwhile, Walter Hagen and Jim Barnes sit at +1, well within striking distance. The greens remain lightning fast, and every misread is costly. As the afternoon shadows stretch across Inverness, Ted Ray keeps steady at 13 holes, still at -1, and stalking the lead. Meanwhile, McDonald Smith is showing sharp control through 13, playing his way into a tie for third at even par. The Scotsman's composed ball striking is serving him well on these fiery greens. He's been flag hunting with precision since the turn. Willie McFarlane, just behind him on 12, has cooled slightly but remains firmly in contention. Further back, Percy Allis and Bobby Cruikshank are quietly stringing together solid rounds at +1, while Al Espinosa closes in on the clubhouse at the same score. Tommy Armour, now +2 through 6, has stumbled early after a promising start. The final holes could prove pivotal as the rough thickens and the firm fairways bake under the Ohio sun. Ted Ray is charging, now -2 through 14 and just 1 stroke behind Aubrey Boomer's clubhouse lead. The 45-year-old Englishman is navigating Inverness with measured aggression, shaping shots beautifully through the narrow corridors. McDonald Smith, even through 13, continues to stalk the lead quietly, relying on his calm temperament and pinpoint iron play. Willie McFarlane, also at even par, has reached the 12th tee and appears to be holding steady despite these punishing greens. Among the rising concerns, Tommy Armour slipping to +2 through 6, and Emmett French, also at +2 through 14, struggling to find momentum late. It's still wide open. Ted Ray is inching closer, now -2 through 14 holes. He's showing no signs of fatigue, and the crowd senses something special brewing. Meanwhile, a pair of Scots, Willie McFarlane and McDonald Smith, remain even par after 13, both navigating Inverness with grace despite the 12.1 lightning-fast green. Mike Brady joined Boomer in the clubhouse at even par, giving the field a marker to chase. Percy Allis and Pat Doyle lurk at +1, while Emmett French and James Braid are falling off pace. Horton Smith, however, is heading the wrong way, now +2 through 11, just clinging to the top 20. Aubrey Boomer remains the clubhouse leader at -3, but eyes now turn to the action still unfolding. Ted Ray, the 47-year-old English powerhouse, is charging at -2 through 15, just one back. Meanwhile, McDonald Smith, the Scottish-born American, has kept his card clean at even par through 14, lurking in striking range. Willie McFarlane, the 1925 U.S. Open champion from Scotland, has slipped to +1, finishing his 14th. James Braid and Harry Cooper are also at +1 and grinding with a chance to steady themselves heading into Friday. This U.S. Open at Inverness Club is already shaping into a tight, grinding affair under tough, firm conditions. Disaster for McDonald Smith. The veteran just carded a quadruple bogey, tumbling all the way to +4 through 15 and crashing to 32nd place. He had been holding steady at even par, but one nightmare hole has likely ended his hopes of contending. Meanwhile, Ted Ray remains the live threat, still just one stroke back at 92 with 3 to play. And how about Mike Brady, quietly finishing at even par, good enough for solo third for now. It's shaping into a two-horse race between Ray and the clubhouse leader, Aubrey Boomer. Disaster for Ted Ray. A double bogey at the par 3 16th drops him from -2 all the way back to even par, erasing the momentum he'd built across the back nine. A cruel twist late in the round, and now he faces two closing holes with ground to make up. Aubrey Boomer's lead at -3 holds strong in the clubhouse, while Mike Brady E now shares second. A logjam is forming at +1 and +2, but Boomer's opening round continues to look better by the minute. Bobby Cruikshank is making a quiet move, now tied for second at even par through 11 holes. He joins Ted Ray and Mike Brady in the hunt, though Ray's stumble at 16 has cooled his charge. Up front, Aubrey Boomer's 3 under 67 still sets the pace as the round wraps for many. A strong cluster sits at +1, including McFarlane, Braid, and young Jim Barnes. The early leaderboard tells the tale of a course that is yielding little, but plenty of firepower remains on the course. With the first round winding down, Ted Ray's bogey at the 17th drops him into a crowded tie at +1, now 6 shots off Boomer's lead. It's a disappointing finish for the Englishman, who was briefly within 1. Meanwhile, Gene Sarazen has entered the chat, +2 through 14, not the start the 1922 PGA champion would have wanted. He joins a growing list of contenders hovering around par or slightly over. Cruikshank and Brady remain even, but with 7 holes left, Bobby's charge is the one to watch. Francis Ouimet is holding steady at +1 through 13 in, having clawed back the bogey from earlier with a clean stretch of pars. The Brookline Legends round has been a model of control, even if he's yet to find a spark. A red number on the final 5 holes could vault him into the overnight top 5. Cruikshank, still at even par, now holds solo second as Ray falters and Brady waits in the clubhouse. Every hole feels like a moving day. Francis Ouimet's story is the stuff of golf legend, a 20-year-old amateur who changed the game forever. In 1913, the U.S. Open was held at the Country Club in Brookline, Massachusetts, Ouimet's hometown. He was the son of a working-class French-Canadian immigrant and lived across the street from the course. Despite humble beginnings, Ouimet taught himself the game with a few clubs and endless curiosity. When the USGA extended him a last-minute invitation, few took him seriously. But over 4 astonishing days, the young amateur shocked the golf world. He outdueled 2 British giants, Harry Vardon and Ted Ray, both Open champions, in an 18-hole playoff. Ouimet's calm demeanor, paired with the help of 10-year-old caddy Eddie Lowery, inspired a nation. His victory wasn't just an upset, it popularized golf in America. Until then, it had been considered a sport of the wealthy elite. Ouimet's triumph proved the game could be for anyone, and within a decade, public courses boomed across the country. Ouimet would remain an amateur his entire life, winning 2 U.S. amateurs and later captaining multiple U.S. walk-up teams. But he's best remembered as the working-class kid who beat the best and gave golf to America. What a fascinating leaderboard to close the first round of this U.S. Open at Inverness. While Aubrey Boomer clings to a 3-stroke lead after a sparkling 68, the real drama is forming just behind. Willie McFarlane, the Scottish-born 1925 U.S. Open champion, steadied himself with par over the final holes to post an even round of 71, good for solo second. Hometown hope Mike Brady joins him there as well, as the Brookline runner-up from 1911 shows he's not ready to fade into memory. Francis Ouimet, the hero of Brookline, closed poorly and sits at +3, tied for 17th after a tough inward 9. He'll need to sharpen the irons tomorrow to stay in the conversation. Elsewhere, Harry Vardon, now 50, showed flashes of the old brilliance. He's in at +2, alongside fellow Brit Willie Hunter and American amateur standout Joe Kirkwood Sr. But keep an eye on James Braid, still a threat at +1 and a master of control. And Ted Ray, after an early surge, cooled but carded a steady 72 to stay just off the pace. A classic battle is brewing between eras, nations, and styles. One round down, 3 to go.